What's up, guys? This is Shane here from Team COG coming at you straight from Game Time. We've got our friend here from Cheyenne, and he's going to introduce himself. What did you play today?
I'm Rico, and I played Noble Knights.
All right. How many cards in this one?
51. I would go down to 50, but I think 50 was just right for me. So.
All right. Let's get into the deck profile then.
All right. So start off, you have to play 3 Noble Knights. Excuse my pronunciation, but Mordrat there, just because he kind of gets a combo going, easy as old if you have an equipped spell with it. So 3 of him, and 3 of Gawain. Gawain, just because it goes with Mordrat, pretty easy. But also he's 1900, so that's nice, and yeah, that's something there. 1 Gwynnefer, just because she acts like an equip for the Noble Knights. I didn't see her as often as I wish I should have, but she is nice to have because she can just come back from the grave. 2 Merlin. I think maybe 2 or 1 on Merlin. I kind of want to go to 1 just because it would suck if you get ashed with it. That's something where then your normal summon's killed and then you're stuck with an empty board. So. 3 of the new hand trap. She's nice. It sucks she's not searchable, but I think she's pretty nice as a whole. It gives you something to do on your opponent's turn. I know some people like 2, but I like 3 personally just because if I can have an extra hand trap on whatever I want to do to stop my opponent, that's really nice and helpful. The mistake of adding in the deck here, Pelennor. It's this or Dristan. I just chose this guy because I thought I wanted to, draw something in addition to destroying something on my opponent's side. But I probably should have gone Dristan because every time I saw him, it would just be him out on field, and then I would be stuck with no Noble Knight equipped spells. 2 brothers, I would probably bump this to 3, but 2 is nice though. You can special it off of his old, that's what I did half the time, but the reshuffling effect is awesome. So
it's not once per turn.
And oh yeah, no, it's not a hard once per turn. But this guy is pretty good. I really enjoy him. He acts, he's an extra summon if you, again, have a Noble Knight monster equipped with a spell, but also an extra normal summon's pretty nice since Goblin's been hit, so why not? 2 of Yvain there. I'm torn. I probably could go 2 or 3 on her, but she was good at 2 for me. Still has really good stats, gets an extra token, easy as old. I probably would bump that to 3, actually, if I'm thinking about it now. 3 of her. Hand trap lineup. 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Ash, and 2 Effect Veiler. I believe a lot more into the rules of 2s rather than 3s of things. So did 2 of each. I think the most helpful one perhaps was Ash and Effect Veiler for me. Ogre was only really good against the Ultrageist matchup, but by that point they already had enough resources, so it wasn't stopping a whole lot. But I really enjoyed these guys here. Onto the spell and trap lineup. I had, of course, 3 of the new spell card here, the Searcher of the deck. I didn't know. I just kind of assumed they always search from deck, but it also does graveyard. And what's cool is if they do manage to destroy your Noble Knight Exceed monster, you can add it from grave to hand. So that's really legit, but you can only use one of those effects per turn. So keep that in mind if you decide to ram your rank 4, which I'll speak about after a bit. But it's a really nice card. Only 2 of the Glory though. 2 Glory just because I think 3 is a little bricky because you can only activate 1 per turn. But honestly, if I were to draw 3 of this, I would not mind compared to 3 of that. You need to have a monster out, and against Ultrageist, you may not even have a monster depending on who goes first. I know I reference Ultrageist a lot, but that's who my losses were today, and that's what kept me from topping 8. So I got 9th place overall. For the equipped spell lineups, I have 1 of that, really good against Ultrageist. That there, that card's a really surprisingly good card for time. 1 of that, so those are the 1-ofs. And then for 2-ofs, I had 2 of the big booster there, 2 of the semi-protector, and 2 of the rank up / non-targeting, also good against Ultrageist, because then you have to worry about that card first, so it kind of keeps your stuff on board a little bit longer. My own little tech here, Moon Mirror Shield. I'm so afraid in this deck of hitting Awakening the Dragon, and the only way to hit over a Raid Raptor is to basically get out the rank 5 and then equip it with the highest attacks that you can. This here helps out. 2 Called by the Graves, because that's what's allowed. You don't want to end up with a half-finished board with Noble Knights, because then that sucks. And you, yeah. A lot of OTK decks that were here today, like Crusadia and Cyber Dragons. Soul Charge and Monster Reborn extenders. If you can hit a Soul Charge turn 1 and you kind of go crazy with Isolde, you can bring out the one you can. I'll explain him in a moment. It's a Heroic Champion guy, which you can get possibly up to 5 rank materials on it, which is just shuts down like every deck, which is awesome. Raigeki, just because it's Raigeki, and it doesn't really hurt to blow up your opponent's field. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of monster destruction in this deck aside from one of the Exceeds does 1, but this is nice to kind of go for that push for damage. And 1 Rhoda, because searching is consistency is key. 50 card deck. Solemn Strikes, a Solemn Brigade in general, excellent, because one flaw about Noble Knights is they don't really interact during your opponent's turn. So if you do happen to go first and your opponent makes you go first, and if you happen to draw into this here, you're in better shape, because if you know when to time this just right and you already have your board on your turn, you're set. Now on to the extra deck, the Boral Sword. That's the only Link 4 that I ran in the deck, just because I prefer more of the Exceeds over the linking, and Boral Sword is just nice if I'm trying to, again, push for time, and yeah, it's just a nice card in general. Exciton Knights, Cowboy. These cards, again, this one's especially good in time, of course, but Exciton Knight, if you need a board clearing presence, that's nice. This is the guy I was referring to, the Heroic Champion. Again, I'm not going to pronounce that. He's way too complicated to pronounce. But if you can do even 4 on him, all 3 guys are literally sitting on... They can't do anything to you for like 2 turns of their turn, so that's pretty strong. So yeah. Utopia package, just because, again, I don't want to lose to an Ultimate Falcon, but it's good to push for damage too and possibly end it all. Abyss Dweller, we didn't run into any danger Dark World stuff or Gokis, so if I went first, didn't see it. 2 of each on the Exceeds, so 2 of the regular original ones, and then 2 of this new guy. He is excellent in the fact that if you ram himself after you bounce some stuff, then you can get one of these guys out and then use that effect on top of it, and also then get the equips. So I really enjoyed him, and recycling them with the Noble Knight Brothers is just excellent. And you can't forget about the Queen, is Isolde. Isolde is awesome. Yeah, she's just excellent. Like, she's what makes the deck so much faster with sending all those equips to the grave. It's just awesome. On to the side deck here. Inspector Border shut down Thunder Dragon. It was quite awesome. So Inspector Border shuts down a lot of things there. So why not? It doesn't really hurt you too much. Yeah. Artifact Lancia, you hate being evenly matched when your opponent gives the obvious, oh, battle phase, and they have nothing. I know they might try to bait you, but it's not a big deal. That's a good one. Zaphion, I regret running him just because I thought I could be clever, and in case there were any anti-meta fools or Ultrageist. It doesn't work, because by that point they probably already have Siliquidus out and they return him, and it's not a good situation. So I would take these out and probably put like evenly matched in. I don't know why I didn't put that in, but again, this isn't my first time playing it today, and I almost got into top 8. Again, the Imprisoning Mirrors, I really enjoy these, just because it's I don't know, it just sucks when you're hit with a Gamma or any other potential either hand trap or Dex Thunder Dragons. This hurts them too a little bit. They can work around it, but Ultimate Conductor Tyranno sucks. So yeah, the light ones, big deal, especially against that variant of Thunder Dragons. 3 Forbidden Chalice. I didn't find myself citing this in as much, but it's just there because Impermanence, as much as I love that card and everything, I enjoy this a little bit better just because Impermanence, I don't know, as much as I want to stop my opponent's combos, I have Effect Veiler already, so it's nice. You can set it, and it gives a little bit of boost too in case you want to push for damage. You can go either way. Prohibition, I just prefer this card as a side deck option as much as possible. I would have probably run a third, but 2 was fine. If you know your opponent's deck decently well, shut it out, shut it down. It's awesome. I did this against a Thunder Dragon called Colossus. They were stuck with their crappy Thunder Dragons that couldn't do anything. So, but yeah, that's my deck there as a whole. So thanks all for listening and letting me ramble on. So I appreciate it.
So what are some major changes you want to do to the deck? I know you said something about the horse riding. I can't remember his name.
I just call it Paleo.
Yeah, I saw another Noble Knight guy here. His name's Ryan. He's here in Scottsbluff, and he ran a really cool build with running boars in it. I don't have the cards. I'm playing with this with my hands. Sorry.
Oh no.
But yeah, he's over there off camera. But he ran boars in it with the new trap card, and that's pretty helpful. But it also would give this guy more targets, so he could special summon easier. So that'd be neat. Just because I found myself not seeing obviously as many normal monsters, because really he's your only target unless you add boars in. And other changes, I mean, I know some people might say, oh, well, why isn't it a 40 card deck? Well, when you send so much off of his old, and you have to run that many equip spells, I feel like when I run it too concisely at 40, I see the equip spells too often, because you don't really want to trim it down. Since you can run 2 of his old days, you can technically do it twice.
So, well, first of all, I was showing off my beautiful land.
But yeah, that's those are the changes that I would change. I probably would change again just mostly the side deck and that thing in the main deck with that poor choice of the Noble Knight monster. So first time running it again. I'll do better next time.
Awesome. Thanks for bringing us your Noble Knight deck profile.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you guys can order Field Centers from us down in the description below. Don't forget to go to Game Time Cards and Collectibles for your next order. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Shane, signing out.